Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And today, we are finally going to do a showcase for the boy Souei, the first new single target ult for the Earth meta, to supplant Trainee as the best single target nuker in the Earth team. All fun aside, I think a he's an okay unit. He could be better. He could be a lot worse because he could be AoE as well. But what does he do? He is a katana wielder, balanced growth type, obviously Earth, physical, and he is a single target physical attack for 430% at level 80. His first skill is just like Demon Lord Rimuru, increases his own crit rate by 100%, and then decreases a single target's crit resistance by 10%. So guaranteed crits for Souei, and your crits do 10% more damage because of that resistance down. That's really good. It's only 15 points. It's super nice. And the way the Earth team kind of works right now is that you could, set yourself up for a 6-card hand of Souei, and then send a whole 6-card hand of, crits, and an ult, or 5 and an ult that are all crits. That's what we're going to try and do today. His second skill is what is concerning, because I feel like they made a mistake. Hailstone, level 7, transfers his own orbs to another character, and increases all souls' secret skill gauge increase by 7%. So, this is where I have a problem with this guy. He wants to have a full 6-card send, because you want to capitalize on this one turn of guaranteed crits. However, how are you supposed to do that if you're giving your orbs away? Now, the way that you can logically think about it is that he's on the line, you use this card, you send him to whoever else. Maybe you send him to Benimaru, and then you swap him out. And then you bring in Trainee, or the chat, or someone. And then you use Benimaru to steal 2 more orbs, and that way you have maybe a 5-card send. And then you can see that the next orb coming is another Benimaru card. And then you just use 1 card that turn. Next turn you have 6, and then you swap in Souei, and then you can do the crit buff, and then you can do that. That requires a bit of setup right there, and I don't know if it's going to work out for you every single time, since this is random. I don't agree with that. But we're going to try and maximize it and see how difficult it is to actually kind of get that set up. So without further ado, let's jump into the first test. Alright, so of course, with every single unit, we must do the Big Daddy damage test. So we have Wind Voldora for the ult boost. Souei, who also brings his own crit power, or crit up, so I don't have to bring Fire Millam anymore. We've got him linked with my 6-star Earth Millam, who has, very, very good stats. He's got his own 5-star sword. Millam has her 6-star gear. Dark Xion is here for the Pierce, Space Reamer for the attack boost, Millam for the ult boost, and then Raphael for the defense down, because I couldn't think of another kind of buff to bring. Because, technically, I guess we could bring Phobio and use his crit resistance down, which would take more of an effect over Souei's 10%, but I figured that wasn't really necessary since he does it himself. Also, the same reason why we didn't bring Guy instead of Wind Millam, because his crit resistance down and Souei's is, I believe, the same at 10%, maybe 20% for Guy, but details. Maybe I'll test it out with Guy instead of Wind Millam also, just as like a one-shot. But then Raphael for the defense down, I think will be efficient. So let's start out. I'll bring you guys back for the initial ult, and then we'll do all the boosts, and we'll show back up there. Alright, here is the baseline test. Souei has no additional buff on him. We have not used Veldora yet, so there is no boost on his ult. So let's take a look and see how much damage it does just starting out. This is against the Predator battle, so we do have type advantage, but the Orc is weak to magic and not physical, so we're missing out on an extra 20% right here, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and send it. I think this is the first one of the day as well, yeah. I like his ult. It's simple. It's not overly flashy like Guy or Dark Millam, because Souei's a ninja. 13,000. Okay, so that's pretty good right there. Now let's take a look what happens when we boost it all to hell. Alright, here we are for the last Veldora boost for that 50%. So now let's go ahead and use Wind Millam to boost the ult, and then we'll swap her out. No, we'll swap her out for Souei, who has an ult ready. And now we shall use the defense down, the pierce rate up, the crit rate up, and and then we'll swap out one of you, I don't really care who, for Rimuru for that attack boost right here. And now we shall... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, orange to green. Not what we want to do. Alright. So, let's see how much damage we can do with everything active now. We know the first one did 13,000 damage. Let's see how much this one does. Like... He's single target. We type advantage. Like, 85? Something like that? 85 is what I'm thinking. 880. Alright, so 5,000 off. 80,000 still good, because we know my 6-star trainee does about 60-ish, somewhere around there. So definitely already better. 80k. And he would do even more if the orc was weak against physical attacks and not magic. So that's pretty good. I'm not going to bring in Guy. One, I don't feel like trying to raise his skill up to level 10 to make it fair, and I don't really think it's really necessary. I think this is fine. Let's go into the actual, like, battle testing now. Alright, so it's not, like a new stage. It's still the Predator battle, but we're on, level 3 of the Predator battle, for the sweet, sweet rainbow circles. But I think this is a good time to try and do that really nice setup of a 6-card send orbs to other people, and then bring in Souei for his crit, and we'll see how much damage we can do against this orc. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and... I'm going to try and send just the greens to build up the points that we're going to need for, I think, 3 skills here probably? Because we'll need the Orb Give, the Orb Steal, and then the crit. And, oh, wow, okay. I think that... Yeah, I think that works out pretty well right there, actually. So, let's, Okay. So let's bring in Benimaru for trainee now. And then we'll use his Orb Steal to take those 2.
Are you stupid or something?
And then lower the earth resistance. We'll steal that, and then we can now bring in Souei for Benimaru, and we can... Oh, we should have used well, actually, we wouldn't have enough points for that, really, would we? No, we would have, actually. Well, that was a misplay on my part. Whoops-a-daisies. We could have used Benimaru's orange boost, because we mostly have a hand of orange and 1 green, and then, we would have done even more damage with Souei right here, so that is my fault. I do that a lot. But, so let's go ahead. We have a double ult now. And we have Hakuro. So, bing, 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 bing. 3,800, level 80 against the orc. And the final hit does 8,300. I wonder what happens if we try and set that up again. So, how do I want to play this? Let's bring Benimaru back in. And then... So we're getting a number of Albus cards now. We'll do this. Okay. I think... Oh. I don't know if that will work quite as well as I want it to. If we go any longer, it's going to probably kill our score now. However, we can use this giveaway. We'll try using Albus's giveaway into, okay, sweet Benimaru cards. And then we'll steal again. Alright, cool. And then we have enough points to use the orange boost, which is fine because we have Hakuro here to turn all of these into orange. And then he gives us enough points now that we can bring Souei back in, and we have a 6-card send with an ult, and now we can see how much damage this will do, and that actually worked out pretty well. So 35, oh, I didn't use the crit. Am I dumb? Am I dumb again? Holy crap, did I just fuck that up twice? I totally fucked that up twice. I am awful. 11,000 on that ult though. Huh. He would have done a lot more. God, I'm the worst person. I'm the worst kind of person. I don't think we can do it again. I mean, well, now let's just move on. We'll giggle about how bad I am at this game. Let's just eat the orc and we'll move on to an actual fight. I can't believe that happened. God, Joker, do you even play this goddamn game? No. No, I don't. Okay, how many rainbows do we get out of this? Can I get 3 rainbows? Oh, I got 3 rainbows. See? It took pity on me in my misplays. Alright, let's go a real battle, see if we can set that up again. Alright. First battle of the video against Crucible 80's Space Millam. We're going to not cock it up this time and try and get that whole perfect hand of Souei's that are oranges, that are boosted by Benimaru, and then Souei has his crit, and we'll see, you know, how much real setup that takes, using this team that can give orbs away and steal orbs. So actually, we got a very good hand first turn, where we can get Hakuro's protection meter, you know, ready for what we need it to do. We'll still need a few more skill points than anything, but... Okay, so what can we do here? We've got Millam coming in, so let's send these nerfed Albus cards, because these are nerfed for 2 turns? Yeah, 2 turns, so I don't want to bring in an orb change when the orbs are nerfed. I want them to be maximum power, so we'll delay a turn. That way we can get the maximum power, and... Oh, ow, God. Stop that. Alright. Do I heal here? Do I want to heal? I think I want to heal. I'll get points back from Hakuro. And... do I just use the 1 trainee card? We have 2 Albus coming in that we could take using Benimaru's skill. It's just we won't have enough. Will we have enough points? We'll have 66 points. So we'll need, you know, that's 40 right there. 55. Okay, yeah, we'll have enough. So we'll just send this 1 blue card. Clear the hand out. Alright, she hits Albus. That's fine. Okay, she really hates herself. She really hates Millam. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring Benimaru in for Millam. And then we're going to steal the 2 Albus cards. Boop. And lower her earth resistance. Steal those. Get all those set up. And then we'll go ahead and use Hakuro to change all of these into a flat hand of oranges. We'll use the orange boost here. And now we can finally do it. Now, watch, I brought in the wrong character. I would end the recording and that would be the video right there. I would quit slime. Alright, here we go. This is what we were looking for. A 6 hand of Souei's that are boosted. We have the crit up. Her crit resistance is down, her earth resistance is down. We have a double ult ready for Souei after this. How much damage can we do to her? 4,000, there's a guard in there. Almost 5,000, and a counter, because why not? And then the last hit does, at 200%, 10,500 damage. It's pretty good, and we have, you know, double ult lined up. So, realistically, I could take Albus out and put in, like, Wind Millam or something. And then we could have the ult boost, and then he could just go off right here. So let's go ahead and just send the blues. 9,600 damage is not the greatest thing, but we didn't have the crit buff on him. We'll put it on him this turn. because we can get another hand of full oranges here. Okay, cool beanos. And let's bring Benimaru in for Albus now. Go ahead and use the orange boost again. Yep. Alright, and then we'll use the crit boost again. Alright, and then we'll use Hakuro again to change into a full hand of oranges. And then we can have some funsies here. Actually, you know what? We could actually probably bring in... Yeah, we could do this again. We can steal those other 2 orbs from Trainee. Perfect. And then we can bring in Millam, since he's going to hit harder than Benimaru. And let's see how much damage we can do here. Alright, so the ult now does 15.8. A lot higher than the 9600 right there. Alright, we got another counter in here, and then we got another 200% hit with Millam, who is the hardest hitter on the team. 10,000 right there. No crit, just 10,000 easy peasy. Alright, and now we have an ult for Millam, because all we've been doing is making oranges, feeding oranges, boosting oranges, and then, you know what? Do we have enough to use a crit again? We do. Okay, so we'll ult with Millam, and then we'll have 3 follow-up crits, and that should take out Space Millam right here, even though she's an ult, or she's an AoE. 9,000, and then 3 crits? Oh, maybe not. Ooh, maybe not. Needed 1 more card, and now someone's gonna die here. Oh, wow. Oh, Millam's dead. Unfortunate. But does that give Souei's ult? Oh, it almost did. Okay, well we can have Benimaru finish her out. We'll bring Benny in for Souei, or not Souei, Trainee. And then this one hit should do it. Yep. Ah! Okay, well I mean, that didn't require too much setup. Like, we had to send that one turn. We could only send 1 orb because we needed that other one to come in. That will probably be a realistic scenario where if you're trying to set up that turn, you'll have to send your first hand will probably, or one of those hands will probably be a very nerfed, like 1 or 2 orbs to set up to bring in everything else. But that wasn't very hard to do, and we did really good damage on that turn with, you know, crit boosted, orange boosted Souei, and, you know, mine's level 80, so I can only imagine what like a level 100 Souei would do in that scenario. He'd probably be doing like 8k a hit or something like that, instead of, what, almost 5? Yeah, he'd be doing a whole bunch more. Probably do like half her health bar in that one combo right there. And then if you include the ult, and then you get like an ult booster in there, he's doing real good damage. So the team, if you have everyone together, if you have Hakuro, Benimaru, and Souei, they will run really efficiently, making oranges, giving yourself points, boosting the oranges, guaranteed crits. You can do some pretty good things with this team. I mean, I didn't need Trainee, I didn't need Albus, and I didn't need Millam to make this work. You really only need the 3 new units, which is the first time that I've really said that about a lot of things. Although I guess for the water meta, you needed Chloe. Well, I don't think you didn't need Chloe. You could use Cabby. I mean, you could run the Orc on this team instead, but he's not boosting Earth. So let's move on to the next fight. All right, here we are against EX Millam. Running the same team, except we've swapped Albus out for the Chad and Hakuro instead, or the Golem instead of Hakuro. And this team will probably function very well. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't, unless she really, really hates one unit. I think it'll be difficult for us to lose here. So let's go ahead and use Millam's orb change to blues, since we didn't get, you know, the super good RNG where we had a 4 natural blues and we can just use the Pierce power down. But we can get the Golem online next turn. Hopefully she just doesn't, you know, 4-tap someone here, which she's been known to do. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and okay, she just hates the 2, you know, biggest targets here. Well, I mean, we could do that. We could do this. We wouldn't be able to use everything here, but we could do this. We could swap in Benimaru for training. We could steal those 2 other orbs. And then we could bring Souei in for Benimaru. And then we have a 6-card set right there, and that wasn't that hard. That was not that hard at all. And then we could put the guard up, so people don't die immediately. We have no pierce power resistance right now, but this orange will be nerfed next turn, so this stage isn't really the best for oranges. So this will work out. We still have an alt here. We don't have another protection gauge, but we have 61 points after this, and we'll do okay damage. Yeah, I mean, I'd consider that, decent damage. He's obviously not hitting as hard as, my 100 attack growth Earth Millam, and he didn't have his crit boost or anything, but it worked out pretty well. Okay, sweet counter. Let's do it again. Alright, sweet counter. And one more. The Chad. Oh, the Chad does not want to counter. Okay. So, let's go ahead and just... Actually, so... Do we save it here? We might save it. Let's bring Benimaru back in, even though we don't have the guard up on him. And then we're going to send these 2 Millam cards. Alright. Okay. Oh, super perfect. Okay, no counter. Okay, there's a counter. Oh, a pierce counter and a crit counter. And one more. Okay. So, we can... ooh, that's going to take most of our points right here. We could steal the 1. It's okay. We're trying to showcase Souei. We're not trying to live. Alright, so we've stolen the 1 orb. We have another 6-card send. Let's bring in Souei now. Let's use the crit buff. And then we'll see what a full 6-card send with the crit, with the ult, how much damage this will do. She is, sitting above half HP. Alright, so the ult does 16,000, 16,600. Alright, and we're doing like 36 a hit right here. Oh, I mean, that's really good damage. Earth Millam might die here, just because she's got, she's low health right there. But we have yet another ult for Souei, which means we can kill right here. As long as she doesn't kill me. Which would be really quite sad. Okay, good. Okay. Alright. So the oranges are no longer nerfed. So you put the golem back up, that's fine. And then we will... What will we do here? We'll use the orange buff and the crit buff. And then we'll have some boosted oranges. This orange will have the boost and the crit, and then the ult as well. And let's see what we can do here. Can we kill her? We know that the crit by itself does about 16k. But that's with the earth resistance down, which she doesn't have. She has the crit resistance down. She has 25.9 health left over. I don't think this is going to kill, but it will be very close. Alright, 15-2. Alright, if we get lucky... Oh, it does kill. Wow. That was a relatively simple EX Millam right there. And that was EX Millam because we were getting the gold hammer as the mission reward, which Master does not drop. I don't think. I hope I didn't fuck myself with that. No, I don't think it does. It might. It's still EX. It is definitely EX. Huh. Does Master drop it? I don't even know. No, yeah, Master drops silver. Ha, yes. Ha, we are an EX. I got worried there for a second. But that was a very simple showing from Souei right there. Unfortunately, we don't have the challenge event that would normally drop, because normally the challenge event drops before the Predator battle for the meta, so I don't know why they're holding off on that, but we should see that probably Tuesday night. So it'll just be another testing ground for these 3 units to, run wild in. But I think that'll do it for the video. We got, 2 good battles out of this. We got the Predator mission where I, messed around and didn't really optimize. But overall thoughts on Souei is that if you have him, and you have Benimaru, and you have Hakuro, it is very, very easy to make this man look really good. Because Hakuro gives you points and turns everything to orange, and then Benimaru can steal orbs and boost the oranges, and then you can swap in Souei for all those Benimaru cards you just stole, and the oranges are boosted, you have guaranteed crits, and you've got points. This team works. This team works really well. And one, it's because Hakuro is such a good protection unit. And Souei, being the first meta single target DPS unit, he's no slouch when it comes to doing that. Like 16k damage is really good, and that wasn't something that we could do against EX Millam for a long time because you had Trainee, and who's a single target who does like 10k, and then you have Earth Millam who does like 10k. So this is really nice. I'm not upset with this Souei. I think that his second skill is kind of a waste because we didn't use it at all, because I don't want to give my cards away to someone else. I want to keep my cards, and I want to use Benimaru to set up as much as possible by taking it, because it's less RNG dependent, because you're guaranteed to take 2. It doesn't matter if, one character has 1 and one character has another 1, or if one character has 0 and one character has 2, you're always going to steal 2 orbs. So if you can bring those 2 to your 4 bennies to make 6, bring Souei in, boost the crits, boost the oranges, you're doing really good damage against the hardest stage in the game. That was really good. So I think he's a very good unit, minus the skill. Forget about the skill, because you only really care about the skill. You're here for single target damage and the guaranteed crits. Do I recommend you summon for him? I would generally, have people do what I would normally tell them to do, which is wait until all the banners are out, wait and see what all the units do, and then you can pick and choose, because the banners are up for so long. It's not like you're on a time crunch or anything. I mean, the next banner should drop in 4 days. 4 days from now. And then it'll be up for another, 3 weeks. So, 4 weeks maybe. You've got plenty of time. If you have Hakuro and you have Benimaru, then I think that Souei is a pretty decent pickup. If you don't have Hakuro, you don't have Benimaru, and you only have the free-to-play Albus, I don't know if he's worth it. Because you lack that critical Benimaru setup card that allows you to achieve such great numbers and such great 6-card sends with Souei. So I don't know if you don't have the basis of the new Earth meta, if it's worth just rolling for Souei because he happens to be single target. I think you're better off just saving, maybe seeing what the 3rd unit is, maybe seeing if that's Valentine, or if it's someone else who is also single target who may have a better kit. We don't know anything yet. It's up in the air, but there's no harm in waiting, because again, these banners are around for a long, long time. But let me know in the comments what you think of Souei. Have you used him? What are your thoughts on him? But for now, take it easy, guys, and I'll see you later.